24-year-old Jackson Vogel is charged with first-degree intentional homicide as a hate crime for the August 27th death of his cellmate, 19-year-old Micah Laureano. Vogel is in Green Bay Correctional for trying to kill his mother in Two Rivers 8 years ago. Laureano was about halfway done with a 3-year sentence for crimes that include robbery, use of force, first-degree recklessly endangering safety, and substantial battery.
Well, I think I had the same question many others had. Why were these two paired together?
Retiring Republican State Senator Rob Coles has represented the area where the prison is located for more than 40 years. Before he leaves office, he'd like one more tour of the facility and plans to ask Department of Corrections Secretary Jared Hoy how the pairing of Vogel and Laureano happened.
To the extent possible, it sure seems like the decent thing to do and the logical thing to do is to keep away from somebody that's so dangerous as what we experienced here.
The DOC tells Fox 11 each inmate is assessed at intake to determine security classification and program needs for the most appropriate placement in the prison. They say that placement is reviewed at least once a year. Joe Vertigan, who retired as a corrections officer in 2020 after 27 years at GBCI, has told Fox 11 there were no guidelines for pairing inmates when he was there.
There were no hard and fast rules. But when inmates first come in there, they're treated as it's called receivers. So until they find like a permanent housing unit, they will sometimes get stuck with somebody that they may not like or agree with.
Vertigan says he believes Vogel and Laureano were temporarily paired together based on where the death occurred in the prison. Laureano also told his mother he was in the temporary unit in a letter he wrote 1 week before his death. Authorities say Vogel suffocated and hung Laureano from their cell bunk hours after they were paired together. The DOC has previously told Fox 11 the two were in the same cell previously without issue, and neither had an issue with any other cellmate.
I think there's got to be a better thought process there, and there's no question about that. And we will be having a relatively large some changes that we're going to have in the next budget. Clearly overcrowding is an issue, but we've been able to get a little bit on top of that because of we've been frankly paying people more money to work in our correctional institutions.
Governor Tony Evers is referring to the starting pay boost corrections officers received in the last state budget, going from about $19 an hour to $33. The staffing vacancy rate for officers and sergeants at GBCI is currently 12.5%, down from about 41% late last year.
We feel we're in the right direction, but we've got some major changes that we have to make going forward.
Senator Coles says he's encouraged by the improved staffing levels. However, he doesn't believe that issue is connected with Laureano's death.
It's a concern that I'll be exploring.
Coles sides with other lawmakers who would like a replacement for the state's aging prisons. Evers has maintained the conversation should start with trying to lower prison populations. In Alloway, I'm Ben Krumholz for Fox 11 Investigates.